The political climate in the United States has been tense over the last several years, to say the least. People seem to be more divided now than they ever have been. Cryptocurrencies have been able to stay relatively unaligned, however, that is beginning to change. The quick rise in popularity of cryptocurrencies has led to certain political beliefs being highly associated with them. Thankfully, crypto hasn't been fully adopted by either party, at least not here in the United States. But if things continue with their current trend, it could become a primarily political issue. To some, crypto becoming political may sound like a good thing. It would mean that many politicians would be supportive of the new technology. It's definitely great to have some politicians on our side. They can make sure that legislation damaging to crypto isn't able to get passed. However, the divisive political climate would likely make it a one-sided political issue that would alienate half of the country. If the Republican Party became the party of crypto, then the Democratic Party would become the anti-crypto party. It's inevitable that this would happen, and we are already seeing the beginnings of it today. While there are many politicians on both sides that have differing opinions on the subject, we are seeing Republicans begin to lean pro-crypto while Democrats become anti-crypto. If we let this trend continue, there could be over 50 million Americans that actively oppose crypto because of their political beliefs. This would also mean roughly half of all politicians in the United States could be against crypto. Not only is this devastating for the emerging technology, but it will negatively affect the lives of everyone who would benefit from it. While the pro-crypto narrative in politics has been leaning to the side of Republicans, it is still a very debated topic among both parties. Neither party has completely adopted one view. It isn't hard to find Republicans who dislike crypto and Democrats who love it. Former President Donald Trump, who is one of, if not the most prominent Republican figure at the moment, has been an outspoken critic of Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. He was against the technology enough that he even talked about it on Fox News in June of 2021.
Bitcoin, it just seems like a scam. I was surprised. With us it was at 6,000 and much lower. I don't like it because it's another currency competing against the dollar. Essentially, it's a currency competing against the dollar. I want the dollar to be the currency of the world. That's what I've always said.
On the other hand, there are many Democrats out there that are major supporters of crypto. Colorado Governor Jared Polis is an excellent example. He has been very pro-crypto since 2014 when he became the first member of Congress to accept Bitcoin donations for his campaign. To this day, he is still a strong advocate for crypto, and Colorado is even looking to become one of the first states to accept cryptocurrency as a form of payment for taxes. Governor Polis isn't an outlier in the Democratic Party either. Eric Adams, the current mayor of New York City, and Darren Soto, a U.S. representative from Florida's 9th District, are two Democrats that heavily favor crypto and blockchain technology. This is the great thing about crypto. Anyone can see the benefit no matter where they live or their political affiliation. The worry is that this may change if it becomes a political issue. Crypto is a powerful tool that is as revolutionary as the internet, so we should let it speak for itself. A majority of the people who aren't investing in crypto now don't hate it. They just don't know anything about it. Maybe they have heard of Bitcoin, but know nothing about how it really works or what purpose it serves. If crypto becomes a massive political issue, the first many will hear about it is in a negative light. Many news headlines will be bashing crypto, and the people watching will blindly follow what they hear. It happens constantly now on both sides of the aisle. Gun control, climate change, healthcare, all issues that almost everyone has an opinion on, but few can tell you why with more than a surface level reason. What makes you think that the same won't happen with crypto? These popular political issues are primarily used to garner support from people who care deeply about them. Often they lead to very little real change being made. These are highly divisive topics where almost all Republicans and Democrats vote along party lines. Normally, to have major legislation passed, you need at least some support from both parties. Clearly, these issues do not have that. By allowing politicians to get a grip on the crypto narrative, we are giving them another way to manipulate voters. Most politicians aren't going to actually care about the technology. Instead, they're going to care about keeping their constituents voting for them by promising to push pro-crypto views. These politicians will have very little real incentive to actually pass meaningful crypto legislation. Even if they did, they wouldn't be able to due to the other party doing the same thing by pushing anti-crypto views. In other words, cryptocurrencies will become another victim of political polarization. We can't feed into the political polarization narrative. If every time we mention crypto it's tinged with our politics, we aren't doing it justice. Cryptocurrencies have no political affiliation. It's a technology that helps give power back to the average person. That's what it should be marketed as. Shifting power from the elite to the working class is not an idea that is politically one-sided. Much of what both Democrats and Republicans want to do is exactly this. They just disagree on the logistics of how to do it. Imagine if your first interaction with a new technology was from the lens of someone with a different political belief than you. They make it clear constantly throughout the conversation that this new technology will farther their personal political beliefs. Not only would you be skeptical of this new technology, but you would also want it to fail. It advances everything you disagree with, so why even give it a chance? If we show individuals what crypto and blockchain technology is really about, many will readily accept it. Layering our politics and our reasoning with why we like crypto is going to instantly turn off those with differing political opinions. The overarching ideas that crypto encompasses stand on their own, and to add more to them is to discredit their worth. Sharing the ideas of cryptocurrencies, blockchain technology, and everything surrounding it in a politically unaligned way will make them spread like wildfire. There are many common ideas that people can relate with, giving the average person more power, having more control over your own money, and lessening the control that banks and governments have on our lives. If you talk about these ideas without bringing in any politically charged discussion, a vast majority of people are going to be on board with them. If a majority of Americans are adamant supporters of cryptocurrency and blockchain technologies, politicians won't be able to stand against them. Imagine how pro-crypto the United States would be if many Americans from both major political parties were calling for positive crypto legislation. This could be our reality. We are already seeing crypto catch on. It's very clear that mainstream adoption has begun. By allowing the narrative to be pushed into one of Republican versus Democrat, we risk it getting caught up in the bureaucratic red tape of the government, forever destined to see a life-changing technology stagnate. Crypto is meant to be a technology of unity, not division. We can't afford to let politicians shape the narrative of crypto for their own personal gain. This technology belongs to the average person, and they should be allowed to shape its story.